What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm talking about another Roblox topic that I think needs to be talked about more. So without wasting any more of your precious time, let's get into it. At this point, Grow a Garden doesn't need an explanation, as it's a game that's really popular, even surpassing Fortnite. But what people don't know is how terrible the game really is, so let's get into it, shall we? Now, I'm not one of those people who hasn't even tried out the game and says it's bad. I've tried out the game, but I'm gonna tell you why I think it's a terrible game and why I think that this game doesn't deserve any of the players that it has. Grow a Garden is a game that's just a loop. You wait for 5 minutes, get seeds, plant, sell, seeds, plant, sell, seeds, plant, sell, seeds, plant, sell, seeds. As you can see, that's very repetitive, right? Well, that's what Grow a Garden really is. It's a loop to get kids hooked. And the problem I have with this is this has been an epidemic swarming Roblox all over the place. Games like Pet Simulator and Steal a Brain Rot, Steal an Anime, or whatever the fuck. There's so many games like this that just take kids' mind and get them hooked because of this simple concept. Grow a Garden has also been found to be a do big game. And a do big game is basically a game that has been owned by a company, and I'll get into why this is very bad. The company Do Big has killed many games, such as Blade Ball, A Dusty Trip, and Fish. Now, Fish is always the one people point fingers to when they mention Do Big. Fish was the last Roblox game that was extremely popular, although after Do Big bought Fish, the game died because of its pay-to-win features. Now, this has been affecting Grow a Garden, and I'm happy. This game doesn't deserve the amount of players it has. There's so much more passionate and creative games out there than Grow a Garden. If you want to grow a garden, grow one in real life, you twerp. Now, you might be wondering why I hate Grow a Garden so much. And I'll tell you why. So, Jandel and whatever the creator's name of Steal a Brain Rot's name is, have made this petition to basically swarm Roblox with these stupid fucking avatars that has been affecting everything. Every game I go into, there's just this avatar that's just stupid. Now, Grow a Garden also gets kids hooked by its bright colors. Kind of like YouTube thumbnails. You see, the brighter color of a game or a thumbnail is, the more likely a kid is gonna, click it. Mainly because kids are attracted to really bright colors, which makes it more probable for a kid to click a game or a video that's really bad, and that's what makes it really popular. The sad part is that more like 95% of Grow a Garden's fan base is kids that are getting manipulated into playing a game that has child gambling already in it. And I know some of you might be like, well, Grow a Garden isn't just sell, grow, seeds. It's not that anymore, dude. Well, I know that, but I'll tell you why I think it's still a terrible game. Grow a Garden has these weekly events on the weekend, which basically gets people back into the game so the game doesn't die. That's very stupid. Now, that's how Grow a Garden hasn't been dying. That and some updates that they've added. Although the core gameplay is still loop and it's just really repetitive. Maybe you like Grow a Garden and okay, you like it. But there's a large fan base that also hates Grow a Garden. And I think that Grow a Garden should be erased from Roblox because this game doesn't deserve the amount of players it has or that it needs. Sure, Grow a Garden isn't a terrible game with a terrible fandom, but it's a game that doesn't deserve the amount of players it has, considering what the players are doing to other Roblox games, infesting it with their stupid fucking green bean avatars. Grow a Garden doesn't deserve any of the players it has. There's so much more passionate, more creative, more fun Roblox games out there that deserve more players than they have. But no, instead, Grow a Garden, a game that has almost 15 million players a week, gets that amount. I hate Grow a Garden for this. It just shows how much effort you need to put into a game for it to be popular. It needs none. There's so much more games that deserve so much more players. And that's why I think Grow a Garden's a bad game. It isn't fun, it's just repetitive, and it's just to keep you hooked. That's what the loop is there. That's why there's a weekly event. That's why they add updates, so they don't get you bored, but the core gameplay is seed, plant, sell. That's just the gameplay. And that's why I think Grow a Garden should fall. I think that Grow a Garden should die, and I hope it dies. I just think that. But if you guys disagree, I'll be happy to hear your comments. But in my opinion, Grow a Garden is a terrible game, and it's just infesting the Roblox catalog with slop. So, I'll be happy to hear your arguments in the comments. But I'm not changing my opinion anytime soon. If you guys like Grow a Garden, that's fine. But you guys don't have to try to change my opinion. Anyways, see you guys in the next one. Bye!